Yeah. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Before we start to the LooshAndDip Show, you know what I mean? Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the follow, hit the bell, hit the stars, whatever platform you seeing this from. Dip, what up?
What up, man? It's another one, bro. We back and we back at it. And not only are we back at it, right? I'm so excited because we have a special guest, and not just a special guest, a good friend of mine in the building. You feel me? To help us have not such a one-sided opinion. You feel me? And so we can, you know what I mean, get some honest dialogue going. You feel me? From not just a male perspective, but you know, from a female perspective as well. So I'm super excited to have her here, and you know, hopefully it's a good show.
What's going on, y'all? We're bringing some
femininity. How you doing?
What's going on?
Like to introduce yourself after the wonderful warm embracement from Dip and myself.
Well, my name is Keema. I mean, born and raised in Patterson. Right now, I reside in South Jersey. I'm close to Philly. So I'm bringing those type of vibes down here. I'm in the country, you know, so I mean, it's country as hell out here. But, you know, what's about me? Like, you know, I'm a yoga instructor, work for the government, single, no kids, chilling, and, you know, I just be, you know.
Okay. So for the most part, so you work for the government, you're a yoga teacher, you have children, and you're in South Philly. I mean,
South Jersey.
I mean, South Jersey, next to Philly.
Yeah, I'm not too far. I'm like 10 minutes away from Philly, but I'm still in.
Yeah, because you know Philadelphia, they like the cousins of Jersey and all that. You know what I mean? It's like right there. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what you do for the government, or that's like G14 classified or something?
Nah, no, I work right up in Trenton. So I'm an analyst for the Department of Treasury. So I've been there for a few years. Before then, I was a compliance manager. I was working in Passaic, and then I moved down to South Jersey because Patterson wasn't it. Well, I was in Clifton, but you know, still Patterson.
Okay.
The wasn't it for me, so I needed a change and all that. So I just picked up everything. I don't know nobody out here, no family, and just did it.
How long you been out there?
This year will be 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been a good minute. But I'm always back and forth to Pat. I'm coming to Patterson tomorrow, so I'm always back and forth up the turnpike. Because I'm telling you, ain't shit to do out here. If I want to do something, I gotta go to Philly. But Philly, I could chill. I could go chill on the main and nobody fuck with me. In Philly, it's wild. It's wild west out there. So I mean, it be vibes, but you gotta be careful. Like it's real bad in Philly. So I stay out of there.
Like pretty much any and everywhere right now. I'm in Tennessee by way of South Carolina. I've been in Tennessee. Tennessee done made me bougie and shit a little bit though, and it's basically.
I know a few people. No, I got some people out there in Clarksville.
Okay, that's what's up. That's. But the way my maturity set up, I kind of like understand and respect and appreciate the boredom. You know what I mean? It all depends how you handle the boredom, as far as like clarity or stillness and calmness. You know what I mean? You mentioned that you were single.
Yeah.
So with all these accolades that you got going on, is that by choice or?
Hell no, it ain't by choice. I'm tired of being out here, yo. I'm tired. I don't know. I just got out of I had a 6-month relationship, so I tried something different around this time last year. Did a long distance relationship, dated a dude in Ohio. Good job, all that, and he was actually younger. I went down younger. That was my first and last time dating younger. But, it's different. It was just different. I thought we wanted the same things, but he really didn't, he didn't understand really where I was coming. He thought I could pick up my life in Jersey and just move where he go. Because the job he had, he travel a lot. So he pretty much wanted an in-house girlfriend, and he see me on the weekends. Hell no.
You off that?
Nah, but he had me because he was like, he want to take care of me. Because he made good money and all of that. He want to provide for me and all that stuff. I'm like, that sounds beautiful. Because I'm like, yeah, take me out my government job. I don't want to work. I don't want to work. Get me pregnant with 10 kids and I'll be a house. I'm straight. My job my job could be a wife. So, but
is that a job?
Being a wife?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. It's a job. It's a job.
In what sense is that a job? Like, what resume like do one would need or have to like fulfill that position as a wife?
As a wife, I would say first and foremost, I'm so big on women just being feminine. And what that means, just being cooperative, friendly, nurturing, understanding. So I think those are like key elements that you'll need in order to fulfill the role of a wife, and just understand what your partner needs and just be his support. Just be that piece that he needs. Like, you got to understand how to create that peace in the house for him. So I think that comes, and that's why I say it's a job, because it like being a wife comes with those type of responsibilities in order for the husband to be that provider that we want, that leader that we want. We got to set the atmosphere for that. So it's a lot. That's why I said it is a job. Like 5, but you got to look at it like it's work. People think they get in relationships, it's all bliss and fun. It can be, but relationships are work. They a lot of work.
Hard work.
Hard work. And I'm like, last relationship, I was like, shit, but I was ready for the work. He wasn't. He just was like on some, yo, all right, you want to be a wife, want the same thing I want. I got money. So yeah, you should do what and I'm like, yeah.
So my question to you is, you saying you was ready to do the work and he wasn't. Right. So what did you require on his behalf in order for him to seem like he was solid on his side?
I just needed for him to hear me, listen to me. Like, as far as like, you want me to support you in different like aspects or whatever, but also hear what I need. Hear, like, as far as like tap a little bit into the emotional aspect of, like, women, we're just emotional creatures. Like, we are. And a lot of times men, y'all are, but a lot of times people don't hold space for that. And so what I realized with him, he was emotional, but he didn't know how to navigate through that. So when I needed the emotion,
it's that men can't. It's just that most of us, and many of us don't know how to. You know what I mean? Yeah. By narrative.
And some men have been shamed for showing their feelings or showing what she's asking to be shown. So he may be a little unreceptive to doing that, but I understand both sides. I definitely understand.
Right. I understand, but that's what I'm saying. I got it. So I was intentional about holding space so he can start, being emotional and being the example. But when that did come out, I recognized a lot of trauma, a lot of stuff he had to work through in order for him to even be in a successful relationship, because the emotions that he had, they would come out like straight diarrhea. And it was to the point like one time, like, I would notice that, because I made him feel comfortable to share, but then he just started sharing like crazy. He'll get emotional about shit that had nothing to do with him. And I'm like, okay. And I see it and I hold space for that. But then it was kind of a red flag, because I'm like, yo, you flipping out on the craziest stuff why you giving energy to that? But then when it was time and we had an art, it wasn't even an art, because I don't like arguing, because I know me, like, it's healthy. It's good to argue but you gotta know how to do it. So you know what I'm saying? I call it like a healthy debate. But we was having a disagreement or whatever, and he spazzed out on me. And the way he started cursing at me, and I was like, hold up. First, and that was the first time he did it to me. But first time because then you telling me, fuck you, hang up the fuck. I don't give a fuck, hang up the phone. I was like, oh, this is disturbing my peace. And now I have to remove myself. But those are little red flags I noticed, because your emotions, you don't know how to check your emotions. So it's then when I need to come to you and confide in you in certain stuff, I can't really trust that you know how to navigate through that. And then when I was trying to be intentional, a whole space like, okay, you should give him advice or whatever. And actually, especially from a spiritual aspect, he wasn't really receptive of it. He was just like, well, I said what I said and whatever. I always been like this.
A lot of that comes with growth and maturity, experience, and being able to check the ego. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Being able
That's
to
what it is.
And ego is an acronym for exiting the God out of you. You know what I mean? So once you deal with the ego, you're not really dealing with clarity. You know what I mean? And most women will go through that, like, yo, who you think you talking to? Like, blase blue, you know what I mean? Then you dealing with like certain complexes, you know, from past relationships or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And especially if you come across a firm female and that may be seen too aggressive, and you need to be more like feminine, like, okay, and you spoke on being feminine. Now what is your idea, or what is your theory on what you think being feminine is, or being submissive is? Because the narrative that's associated with submissive is like the sentiment of being weak. You know what I mean?
No.
So I like to hear your
power. Yeah. So, and this is the thing, and I try to tell people, like, especially in our culture, Black women, a lot of us come from single parent homes, single Black mom homes. Especially with women, we're taught to be strong, independent, not take nobody's shit. And then that comes with a particular attitude, a demeanor, which is aggressive, man-like, or whatever. So opposite of that, feminine. Like, it's a way for me, being feminine, cooperative. Like, if you got a man, you want your man to lead, so you need to listen to him. You need to submit unto him. It's so much power when you submit unto a man.
I agree.
It's so much power, because you want that man to do whatever you want him to do. Submit unto him. Granted, it's okay to be like, be cooperative and say, like, okay, why you want to do it's okay to ask why or whatever like that, but then also you got to remind yourself, being a feminine, it's a way to assert yourself. You don't have to be loud or be like combative or anything like that, but if you want your man to lead, you got to trust him that he got your best interests at heart. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna ask why, because I'm nosy as hell, and two, I just be like, I want to understand, so I always ask why. So if my man makes a decision, why you do that? Okay. Now, granted, I probably don't support it. I'm gonna support it, but I maybe don't agree. But at the end of the day, that's that man I submitted under. So I'm gonna trust he gonna have my best interest at heart. So whatever babe said, that's what he say. That's one of the key things of being in your feminine. Like, it's a way to assert yourself. It's a way to, communicate how you feel, and you don't have, because again, people don't hear that aggressiveness. Like, women, a lot of the women think men like that shit. They don't.
Nah.
Like they don't like that. Like, and you're not being soft if you're talking soft, or if you're not so on a guard, on a defense. Like, women just be ready on the defense because they're like, we don't want to be hurt by y'all.
And that's understandable,
right.
To your guard up, but the counterpart of having your guard up is you're blocking from what's coming in, but you're also blocking for what you're seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Power, like, because I'm an alpha male, so as an alpha male, I see my true power in the submission. Like, the dominance is measured by the submissiveness. If the woman was sent to be a helpmate, you got to be doing something for her to help you doing. Like you don't need help doing anything. You know what I mean? So if you, and I feel that it's a difference between a firm female and an aggressive female. You know what I mean? Like a firm female, she firm in her delivery. She firm on how she stand, her career, her position, and her role in the relationship. As far as aggressive is the coming from an interrogating aspect.
It's coming from a negative place. It's coming from a lot of that stuff come from past trauma. A lot of it come from, you know, trying to prevent. A lot of it's past trauma. This dude hurt me in the past, or I've been through this, all these type of relationships. Like I could attest for speak for myself. I've been hurt a lot, like by men, friends, a lot. But here's the thing, and that's why I'm like, I am so sure within myself, and I'm so confident within myself. I have to put myself out there. I have to be able to take the risk of like dating or meet a guy. And I know that I am intelligent enough, aware of myself enough, have enough discernment to know if this person ain't for me or whatever. And I just move accordingly. I don't need to be aggressive. I don't need to do none of that stuff.
You think that intimidates men? You think that the intelligence of a female intimidates men?
That's a good question.
I do this.
I really, because again, I can't answer for a man because I'm not a man. So a lot of stuff
that's a good answer. That's an excellent answer.
Yes, I can't. Like, you know how that pisses me off a lot when I see women. Yeah, when I see women, like I'll go on social media, they'll direct a post or whatever to men, and you see nothing but women answering. And I'm like, they asked a man. Yeah. They ask a man, like we can't ask men like how y'all know our periods and cycles, and y'all won't know how we truly feel because you're not us. So that's why a lot of times I be like talking to women like, listen, you think you know what a man wants? Ask a man what he wants. Ask him. It's okay to ask him, but then when y'all ask him, oh, he lying. Are you a man? You're not a man.
That's sassy. It's
simple. Yeah.
I think that comes from the ratio difference. You see what I'm saying? Because of incarceration, homicide, homosexuality, it has heightened the ratio from men to women, like 1 to 17. So a lot of the narrative be perpetuated from a female standpoint because we have the lack of men, that express their emotions, not only physically, but also verbally in the chronological order to breed understanding. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he a womanizer, this, that, and the third. Oh, that's just game, blase, blue. Well, like you said, you have to listen. And like me and Dip was speaking on it earlier, and I made the reference to the female being the planet Earth. And you can't spell Earth without ear. So you will have to listen when you're going around that revolving of your man 24 hours. Like, listen to him with every aspect, and he will sometimes tell you, because in his actions, which is 68% of communication, is the body language. You know what I mean? So you have to read those type of things, and I think that's the issue for right now in today's generation to come, is that it's too much of this.
Yeah, it's too much of that and not enough listening. And that's the thing. Like, you can tell. Like, that's one of the key things. Pay attention to your man. Pay attention. Like, and that's why I say men are so simple to understand, but out there, y'all are,
simple, but not basic. You see what I'm saying? He's simple, but not basic. Like we don't.
Right, we don't want to make it complicated. We the ones that make, like, we want this guy, that guy, this. They have to have this. They have to have that. They have to have all of these things. And I'm like, not for nothing. And what I found out over the past few years, I hear this thing with this high value man shit. And high value man is only 1%. Like, technically, in all reality, the 1% of the man population is high value. The rest, average men, are bringing home 40, 50, 60,000 a year, maybe, probably a little bit more or whatever. But these women are, you know, they consider themselves high value. Again, I really don't agree with none of that stuff, to be honest with you. Like
how value for one is not monetary, it's mentally.
Exactly.
So
but you got to think, but they don't look at it like that. The majority don't look at it like that. You feel me? They look at your financial status. You feel me? What you could do for them. You feel me? And nobody's willing to. They're not willing to build with you. They want you already built.
It's built. They want you. And then, granted, a lot of them ain't built themselves. But even then, the women that make six figures, they not like you still live in the project, or you still sleeping on somebody's couch, but you want this high value man to take care of you. And what I realized, those type of men, like the women that want, like they make six figures, and they like, I want somebody making the same thing, but those men ain't even checking for you, boo. The men, like I know a man. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, he's like, yo, my wife, I met her at Home Depot. He makes over 200,000. He's like, yo, and when she caters to me, she caters. Meanwhile, you got the girl that make the six figures and want to do traveling and all that. Yeah, that man gonna pick you, but you just only there for a good time, not a long time. Because after a while, and that's what women will be with their money. And then think about it. I'm sure when y'all meet females or whatever, the first thing is like, what you bring to the table. Well, I got this job and I make this much and I got degrees and all that. And men don't give a shit about that. I haven't even really ran down my accolades and all of my accomplishment, but I'm sitting on 3 degrees and all of that. But I don't lead with that. Y'all don't care about that. That's not the value. That doesn't bring value to me.
She going in. Hold on. I feel you. Look. I feel you though. But listen.
This is real shit, because this is people get caught up.
You could get lost in communication when it. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like, and it's just from my perspective, why relationships aren't as successful is because they forgetting the key word, relate. You see what I'm saying? So you have to relate, and a lot of relationships is built off compatibility and not chemistry. You see what I'm saying? You lay down a list of expectations, and if 65% of your expectation is dealing in delusion, then it'll never come to a head to where as though it could be a successful relationship. You have to compensate each other. You know what I mean? You have to build off a set chemistry setting to where as though you're like, damn, I feel like I knew this girl or this dude all my life. You see what I'm saying? Because that's when the relating coming into each other. The chemistry, like that. That's the science. That's the science behind relationship, is the chemical affection that one has on another. You see what I'm saying? But if you're dealing with compatibility and now you're worrying about a table. See, now that you're dealing with it, I don't even like that frame, what you bring to the table, because love is supposed to be under all conditions and any conditions. So if you base
it's the foundation.
But if you're building it on a table, then you loving this person under a set condition based on what's brought to this table. So if I can't bring X, Y, Z to a table, then what? Does the love decrease that we thought we have for each other? First of all, fuck that table. I don't know how many plates been at that table. We going to I might be bringing something. I might bring shit to the table that won't fit on your table. You worrying about the living room table. I'm talking about the kitchen table. Like, nah, if we're going to talk about the foundation, then let's start from the foundation and work our way up. It's the reason why we store antiques into the attic and trash in the basement.
Talk your shit. But that's what I say too. Like, another thing, like, again, I got friends that they say they love somebody, but it's always that but for me. That's why I don't take that word love lightly, because
we was talking about that conjunction.
Like, that's not right. It's like love with conditions. Like me, when I'm in love, like, it's like ends of the earth. Like, what? Tunnel vision. It's just you and that person. And you may do something, granted, people gonna do something to get on your nerves, piss you, like, whatever. But it's like, yo, I'm so in love, but in that love is that foundation. So if going through y'all shit, you could break all that down, get back to the foundations.
Mm-hmm.
The love.
So
what
love
that
and
looks.
loyalty.
Oh, that's like asking me about loyalty or respect.
We'll get to that later then. But love and loyalty.
Damn, love or loyalty? Oh, that's a good damn question. Because of course I would say loyalty because I'm loyal like a motherfucker. But because my thing is like when you love somebody, the loyalty follows. Like I'm just loyal. I'm just no matter what. It's no conditions. Like I'm loyal to a default. So I can't
like love.
pick.
Do you feel like love trumps all? Love is so powerful; it allows you to forgive someone that's been disloyal. You see what I'm saying? Love is that powerful, and like you can't be loyal to someone you don't love.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
That don't even make sense.
You know what I mean? Like how you loyal to someone you don't love, and if you are loyal to someone,
look now here's the trick. Here's the trick. But if you're loyal to material things, right? Then excuse me, then you go a whole different direction. You feel me? Because if you're loyal to money, it's hard. Like it's hard for you to love somebody. So that comes with those conditions. Like if you only dealing with somebody because of what they can do for you or what they could provide for you in that first instance, then something's off. You feel me? Like I feel love, like you said, love is the foundation to all, and love is like I gotta go love over loyalty because, like you said, you can't be loyal to something you don't love. If you loyal, it's fake. It's out of necessity.
But you have those though. That's loyal. See, here's where the thin
of
line
course.
Gets blurred. You see what I'm saying? Here's when the thin line gets blurred because if you loyal to someone you don't love, then this based on the dependency. You see what I'm saying? Because dependency leaves no room for disrespect. Not saying they're going to respect or love you. They just going based off that I'm dependent on. I might let me be nice to Shorty. I might need her car Friday. You see what I'm saying? It has nothing else to do with that love factor. But here's the trick part of love, because love is a verb. It's an action.
Yeah. Yep.
Really off something that you're doing.
Correct.
That has that person attracted to you, but it has to be the genuine intent. Like, man, I just love this girl, man. It could be the small shit. Like, damn, my slipper's laid out, or my lunch made for work, or he done put the groceries in the thing. Like, damn, I ain't even had that.
That's why I say, like, because you said that word nice, right? And that's why, because with love, it comes with a level of kindness. It comes with kindness. Yes, so it's like, that's what I say, nice and kindness. I'm not nice. I don't want to be nice. Is temporary. Nice, I look at the word nice, you're just doing a gesture, probably to gain a benefit or something. When you're kind, I'm gonna lay out your slippers for you because that's what you like. Oh, you want Chick-fil-A? Hey, let me just get him. Or, oh, I saw this something that I think you'll like. That kindness. This act. It comes with an action. Nice. That's why I'll be like, yo, I'm not
so
like.
That's a good perspective, man. That's a good perspective. Like that between nice and kindness. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you got a nice being. It's like a motive there somewhere. Like what you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It is a motive, and that's what I've been realizing lately. That was my aha moment. Like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna stop saying that I'm nice. I'm not nice. I'm kind. Because my kindness, like for whoever, and it comes with a level of empathy and all of those things, and that falls under being feminine. Like you have to be kind to everybody, even though you may feel disrespected or whatever like that. It's a way to assert yourself, but you can still be in the act of being kind and you'll respond to it differently. Whereas you want to be masculine and try to, prove yourself that you big Billy badass, and it'll never really go in your favor. You just leaving the situation more upset.
Yeah, for sure. How you feel about like how important you think communication is during like disagreements? Like meaning if a couple have a disagreement that that extends over a period of time, do you still think communication is valid, or you think people should allow them their space to get over whatever they're getting over?
No, I can attest for myself because I used to be a person that, because I don't like arguing, so I was shut down. And that makes situations worse. So when you are having an argument, the communication, that's the key factor. And then also hear the person. So it's a way you can argue, let that person say what they got to say. If you're going to rebuttal. Don't talk over them. Don't try to make your voice elevated loud so you can be like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to dominate the conversation. Yeah. No, it don't have to be like that. Just you guys can state what's up and just go the back and forth with that. But listen, because in those situations, a lot of times people they start spewing out stuff that they don't mean because it's coming from an angry place, coming from a hurt place. So I got to defend myself. And then now the argument done spins into some other shit. And it's like, how do we get here? We ain't even resolve anything. And that's why a lot of times people could avoid the act of the argument, because say I don't like this or I don't like that. Okay, I say the why. Okay, why, whatever. And then y'all just come to either agree to disagree or y'all come to a resolution about it. So communication is vital. Like that's like top tier. Like that's absolutely. Top tier. I talk about the other tops of a relationship, but that's up there. I agree. Up there.
Communication is literally. It literally does what the word says. It commutes. It's a commute going back and forth from one another.
Right.
With the proper understanding. And you have to listen to understand and not just reply. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, don't just be listening and you screwing up a reply because you ain't listening to anything that's what's being said. And that's why where men fall at, like, we're just like, all right, whatever. Because we see that it ain't gonna get nowhere. One real man is not going to go back and forth with his woman. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're not going to do that. We're going, all right, you got it. For the sake of the energy and all that. You know what I mean? So we really not going to do that.
Say you got it. I'm like, no, because I like to communicate, because I'll be like, I know you shut down at that point. And I try to create that again. Creating that space for my man to feel like he can say what's on his heart, how he feel. And again, like, granted, if you think of naturally, we respond to people's feelings, like in the human, but like we're gonna respond. Like it depends how you respond though. So it's like you may say something to me that you don't like something. And here's another thing too. I'm working on, because I like constructive criticism, but I was told in the past that even, I was told in the past they didn't think I could take constructive criticism. I'm like, no, I can and I need it, because here's the thing. If I hold you to such a high regard, and it's actually a negative, being a people pleaser. If I respect you and hold you such at a high regard, and you tell me like, oh, well, I don't think you should do whatever because that didn't work for you. And I'll be like, I'm gonna just change the whole plan, because then I'm thinking like, oh, I gotta please my man. I gotta make sure, he's happy with me. He don't like my hair. Oh God, he don't like my hair. Let me change it or whatever. Because again, I'm in that situation because I want to please them. So I was like, I could take, and that's the thing. Women don't.
I was about to say, a lot of times
they can't respond if they get in defense mode.
Right. But and a lot of times we see things that y'all don't see sometimes. And we'd be like, yo, listen, just listen to me. You feel me? But it'd be like, you know what? Nah, let me go and do it my way anyway. And then that causes us to be like, you know what? Next time, I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna let you go ahead and
I'm gonna rock.
It's a fear factor. Like when you, especially like dealing in, like if you've been a self-sufficient person for so long, that fear of letting go, that fear of reliance. You see what I'm saying? It feel like it would disassemble something in their everyday way of living. Like, no, I got it. Example, like I give women, it's like, if I'm driving and you're riding, that doesn't mean you don't have your driver's license.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You still got your driver's license, but just enjoy the ride. especially if I know the destination in progress.
Don't quit.
I like how you did that. You feel me? I like how you did that. Yeah, like
no, that's real, and that's a lesson that. So when I just got out, and again, the relationship was 6 months, but I've learned so much about stuff that I need to work on because it was a thing with him. Like, yeah, men, you guys see stuff before we do. Y'all see a problem, you want to fix it. But at the same time, he listened to me, and I'm like, well, no, like I could give an example. Came to my house.
Before you get that example, we 30 minutes in. We're gonna take this short little time for you to shoot your YouTube out, your platforms. Go ahead and promote like your yoga-ness and all that. Like this your second right here. Like
this my platform. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I am a certified yoga instructor. I've been teaching for a few years. I got a business. My business is called Fitvational Yoga. So what I do, I have my own studio space, and I also travel. I teach classes. I have one-on-one clients all across the states. So if you are looking to get your stretch on, you're looking to deepen in your spiritual practice, yes. And I work with men, women, children, couples, all of that stuff. So you could connect with me, see my content. I'm heavy on Instagram. So Instagram, you can follow me, I.am.Kee. My YouTube channel is Fitvational Yoga. It's just how it's spelled. If you know how to spell the word motivation, just take off the motive and put fit. It's Fitvational. And Fitvational Yoga on YouTube. My Facebook, Fitvational Yoga. TikTok, I'm on TikTok as well. I'm just starting on TikTok to get my content or whatever up. So you can follow me on TikTok, I.B.Kee, IBK. And I have a podcast. My podcast is streaming on all platforms. It's called Taking Up Space, Healing and Dealing, and it's actually based off my book. So I did write a memoir last year in August called Tears I Should Have Cried, a memoir holding space for healing, because I want to get in. And the reason why I wrote that book, because all of us, and we need healing. And healing healing is not a destination. It's a journey. It's a lifelong journey. You're learning all the ups and downs and things like that. So in that book, I'm just sharing my experience and how I navigate through my healing process. And then my podcast, I'm just holding space for myself and other people, and we're just discussing everything that comes with healing, like the beautiful parts and the shit that people don't want to talk about, going through therapy, going through depression, all of these ups and downs, losing friends, relationships, all of that stuff. So yeah, you can listen to my podcast, Taking Up Space, Healing and Dealing. And yeah, that's pretty much it about me. So you see, you ain't even know that I was an author. I don't be telling people that.
Okay.
Come to the table and be like, yeah, because I have a master's and I have this and I have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm adulting. I mean, that's what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I don't know. All right.
Now getting back to the swing of things, we're gonna take it to another level, vibrational level, with this other half of the show. And so before we start off with it, I want to hear your top 5. Ingredients I want to hear your top 5 ingredients to a good relationship.
Ooh, top 5. Communication.
Wait, sex. So wait, what order you going there?
Yeah, what order you going there?
You going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Which way you going?
1, 2, 3, 5.
All right, so communication 1 is number 1. Okay.
Yes. Sex.
Okay.
2. 3. Damn. Because I'm so simple, man. I'm so simple. So communication, you got, all right, a leader. I need somebody that is just really just in like leadership, like just really own in on that, and they're so sure of themselves. Like I need somebody like that, like a confident man. Like I really need that. let's see, that's 3. 4, you just gotta be a good time, like good, like, you know, I like being silly. I like good vibes. Like I like video games, anime. Like I'm a nerd, you know, so I like stuff like that. So just a good time, but also I do like laid backs, or if it's a balance, because I'm real nonchalant. I'm really introverted. I have my extrovert moments, but then I really draw back to myself. But I don't mind if the dude is like, you know, he's always on 100, because it's a balance. I'll be like, all right. Like, but like, don't be feeling your feelings if I don't respond a certain way, because I'm just probably just chilling out. I'm just mellow. So yeah, I just like, so that was 4. 5. Oh man, I should have said love God, but I saw y'all last live about that. But yes, he needs to have, he needs to love God. He needs to love God. Or have a spiritual, just have spirit, like, because me, I'm not religion, I'm more relationship and spiritual. Yeah. So I'm not a person of religion. Like I don't like, you know, that's a whole nother topic. But it's totally different. But I need someone, if I want to sit and talk about that spiritual level and connect. Because again, we're all spiritual beings. We're just in this flesh, like whatever. So I need someone that's able to tap into, you know, stuff that's outside of what we see on the out.
So you got communication, sex, leadership, vibe, and spirituality.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not a bad list.
And that's a good top 5. And I'm surprised, like, you ain't add finances in there. So, like, I get it. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's on the list, but you know, again, it's not.
It ain't too far off. Look, it ain't too much. It ain't number 9. You feel me? Look,
right? Hell,
right. Look, that thing probably it's probably like, number 6. Or if it ain't number 6, it's number 6.5. You feel me? Because it ain't too far off.
5.5 out this.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. I don't know. The sex could be number 3. Nah, no. But
but
granted,
let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. How important is sex is?
How important? How important? No, it's really important, because the thing is, so for me, the way I look at sex is more than a physical act. Like, I mean, granted, back in the, like, when I'm in my 20s, you know, we don't know any better, so, you know, it feels good. But no, I feel when sex, especially in a relationship, like you're getting more connected on an intimate level, more spiritual level. So, and there's a lot more connection that's happening. So that's why I line that with communication. That's why I feel like
really sex is intimacy.
Yes, there you go. Intimacy. Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you this question again. And in a perfect world, right? And you dealing with a self-sufficient man, and this is like a question that to females that, you know, and you dealing with a self-sufficient man, how relevant is the female in a man's life outside of sex?
How relevant?
How relevant is the female to a self-sufficient man outside of sex?
Can I answer that first? Let me answer that first.
I want to hear the female. Let me hear her first.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I honestly, if I could be honest, I don't even know how to answer that. I don't know how relevant. I mean, granted, because again, me, I don't lead with sex. So I'm going to show them other things, other attributes that I can give and provide to him that will be beneficial for his life. And then, you know, the sex comes with it. But yeah, like, so I think like if a woman asserts herself a certain way to that guy, like, yeah, I think whatever she brings to the table, that will trump it. Like, the sex.
in a if he's self-sufficient, like he can do anything and everything for himself, but have sex, right? So how relevant would female be in that man's life?
She could focus on bringing him that peace factor, bringing him calmness, bringing him, just, the nurture. That's why I say like the nurturing part of that. Like she could bring, like, again. So I think about with men that you guys go through so much in the world. Y'all carry the weight. Women try to always carry the weight of the world on their shoulders when our shoulder wasn't built for that. Like we carry all of that stuff. Men's shoulders are built for pressure, all of that. We supposed to take all of that out and create a peaceful environment for them. So I feel like that's the value of what the man needs when he's got all his self-sufficient stuff. Because if he's self-sufficient like that, that means he's doing a lot out there. So he can maintain this lifestyle. It's a lot of shit going on with him, probably his mentally, physically, all of that. So our role when we come in is like, okay, babe, I'm gonna, make sure, like, it's simple stuff, but it means a lot. Like being intentional about making sure that he don't mind fighting the world for us, because he know when he comes home, he letting all that shit down, and she's just like all about catering to him.
Right.
So I feel like that holds so much power and value. And then then the sex can happen because that's part of it.
Go ahead, Dip. You want to answer that?
No, I was about to say that's it. That's really it. Because outside of that, self-sufficient means it's really no need. Like other than that, and it's crazy because I don't really call that value. I don't know what to call it, but I don't really think that, right. I don't really think that adds value. I think that just kind of, like you said, balances out your whatever you have going on. Because to be honest, self-sufficient means that you are, you probably in that top 1%. You feel me, of men that are well off, you feel me? So you can trick and don't never need a wife or a girlfriend for nothing. You can just be focused on what you focused on and just be tricking. You feel me?
Right.
So it really don't, other than that peace factor, and not only like physical peace, but peace of mind as well. Like other than that, it's hard, man. And that chemistry, it take time to build that connection, but if she understands that alone coming with that's a lot. You feel me? But other than that, it's hard.
Now you got dependency where you depended on someone. Then you got independent when you just depend on self-sufficiency. But when you're dealing with two self-sufficient beings or people, what you have is called interdependence. When you depend on each other's independence, you see what I'm saying? So, and I brought that up because, sex right now. Let's remove the sexuality from sex. You see what I'm saying? Then you're dealing with the intercourse, and if you take it from a homophone point and you break the word intercourse down, you're actually going to enter a said course. Now, the first initiated penetration during this intercourse is between the ears first. And whatever between the knees is just a bonus to intimacy. You see what I'm saying? That connection up there, like that dope conversations.
Mental stimulation.
It's that mental stimulation, and you know about it when you're dealing with your chakras. You feel what I'm saying? It comes all the way down, like you said, like our shoulders is built to carry it, just like the woman hips are built for childbirth. Men hips aren't built for that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you're dealing, that's removing the sexuality from sex, because sex has been sexualized, weaponized, and monetized. You see what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with the first commandment that was given to man, he said what? Replenish and till the earth. You see what I'm saying? That's through carry. That's sex was just for to populate. To procreate. Yeah, right. Just to populate, to till the earth and replenish the earth. You see what I'm saying? Then we added and sprinkling the the sexualization on it because of the feeling that it provided when the phallus and the yoni get together. It's a reason why that fits so well. You see what I'm saying? That's why it fits. That's why it fits. You see what I'm saying? Out of all the holes we have in our body, it fits.
Yes.
Like almost automatically in there. And
Right.
this is what this means. It's the life, it's the top opening of the woman and the phallus, and you put it together, it forms a key. And that's when you get to unlock that spirituality connection between the two. Like you really need that when you come with your significant other. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be able, like, because when you teach a man, you teach an individual, but when you teach a woman, you teach a nation. Because she is the teacher. If we are kings right now, we once were prince. And the first throne, our first throne was the lap of our mother. That was our first throne. You see what I'm saying? So while you teaching this and you put in her and you become this through a sexual intercourse, and then you impregnate her, you deposit the intelligence that we've been carrying, and it draws interest for 9 months. Then boom, you pop out a child, and that children, we out providing, producing, protecting out in the world. This is why we have to be re-accepted by a woman, because we was the one that got tricked and installed with fear and debates from communication and dehumanized, feminized, and you see what I'm saying? This was all systematic. So when we come back home, the home is supposed to be the recharging mechanism, so we can go back out in the world and deal with whatever we dealing with. And then when we lay down with it, we become one with that. Boom. You know what I'm saying? They started adopting the word fucking, which is an acronym for fornication under the control of the king. That's all that was. That's why the concubines and the mistress and all that, that's what fucking really came from. Then when you started making love and going into it, because love populates. You literally make that. It's the recipe for it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they sexualized it. Then they weaponized it by making it seem like, it was the tool a woman had to control the man. It's the tool.
Damn.
Hold on. Like, damn, how the fuck, like that belongs to me. This is why it hurts. This is why it hurts a man way more if he gets what? Because it's like if any key can open that lock is considered broken. But if this key can open that lock and that lock and that lock, that's considered a master key.
So let me ask y'all this. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
so let me ask y'all guys this. So do you think a woman's value is lowered once you find out, like, say, for instance, she got more than 2 baby fathers, or, you know her body count and it's probably high or whatever. So do y'all lower a woman's value based on that?
I think go ahead. Go ahead. I was gonna say I think men value purity a little bit. You feel me? And by purity, I don't mean you being a virgin, but it means what it means. You feel me? It means the less the better. You feel me? Because I mean, as a man, it's like you feel like, yo, everybody had you. Like, why would I want you? I don't care how pretty. I don't care how pretty you is. I don't care about your financial status. I don't care what you have. If you dotting, then nah, I'm good. You feel me? Because then you really it's definitely harder for you to add value to what I have going on. And like he said, ego is a thing. If I know you, if I know you ran through, chances are whoever, like, other people gonna know you ran through too. I can't present myself. That makes me look weaker. Me having you on my arm. Because you nasty.
So does it do something to the value? Does it do something to the value of the woman, or does it do something to the worth of a woman?
Both. However you look at it. You feel me? Like she may feel that she like her value is higher than what it is, but to like you and you know they're gonna carry themselves that way because they it's ego as well with them. You feel me? And they'll tell us that it shouldn't matter, and they'll push that narrative to us. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter.
No, and then that's what I learned. Like it matters.
I don't really
like
think it does anything to. I don't think it may does more to her worth than her value. Like for example, like if you look at any market, right? Everybody got the same thing, right? But if everybody got it, the worth of it lowers. You see what I'm saying? It's still at the same value. It's still a fucking piece of gold. But if everybody got it, the worth of the value may lower of it. But it doesn't. It still has the same value of the gold.
I get that.
But the worth of it may lower just a little bit because it's everywhere. It's plentiful. And it's like that because if I'm making sense, like if a female like has XYZ amount of whatever the case may be, baby fathers, then it's like, well, if he got mad baby moms, like why does that? It's one of those biased, unwritten laws that we go by. You see what I'm saying? And it doesn't, just because it's there doesn't mean it makes sense or that it's right.
It's definitely a double standard too. Like it's definitely a double standard too. You feel me? So,
because the female can be a friendly female, have a bubbly spirit, and it'll be taken as her being promiscuous. You see what I'm saying? Like she's being promiscuous versus a man who's a gentleman may take it as he flirting.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's based on discernment.
Right.
Yeah. Discernment as well.
Discernment of the holder. Like she may been with you and you, but I may be her first love.
Correct.
Okay.
I may be her first love. I may be the actually first person that she laid down and actually loved. Now, based on public opinion, now that's something y'all got to deal with. If you worrying about public opinion, then shit, everybody come in the house then.
Right. Something that double standard is real, man. Like that double standard is, especially as far as that goes.
Yo, I'm at 10 left. I'm at 10
Say
left.
that one more time.
I'm at 10 left right now.
All right, bet.
We approaching that 1 hour mark. And any closing statements, comments, concerns, Dip?
Nah, man. Listen, I'm just happy, man. This was a good episode, y'all. Look, it was some good talking points. I was very happy and excited to have Keema with us, and like you said, she'll be back. You feel me?
I'm coming back because I love this conversation, and this is needed. You know, especially from a female's perspective. So it's a lot more that needs to be discussed.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
My feminine energy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's again, that's the balance. That's the balance. This is why they had to take away my closing statements. Is like this is why they had to put us against each other to breed confusion. And what's going on in today's society is that the biggest crisis in America is the identity crisis. You see what I'm saying? So if the female lacks identity, that means she cannot be a mirror to us to give us our purpose. We find our purpose looking into our woman. If you put two mirrors facing each other, they're going to reflect forever. So they had to diminish and remove the identity from the female. Or I can do whatever a man could do. Why?
And I say at the end of the day, we need men. We need y'all.
And we
simple
need
as that.
Just as much.
I want to hear women saying that I don't need no man. Yes, you do. We need a man.
That's a learned behavior, learned rhetoric, passed down behavior. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. And it goes down to generation to generation to men not even wanting to be men. You see,
we need to heal through that.
Yeah, because it's hard on both parties. We're not trying to trauma Trump. We're not trying to Trump that the next one's trauma, because that's all we doing. All we doing is trauma trumping. We trying to trump the next person's trauma. Even in the household, it would never be successful in that order. When you're dealing with the man, the woman, and the child, the real triune, the real holy Trinity. It's the man, woman, and child. So the moment you debase all that and start adding all this confusion, then we don't know what the fuck we're dealing with. We don't know what
Word.
we don't know if we're dealing with a female, the man, and this has nothing to do with sex or gender or anything, because there's no such thing as gender roles, but there is gender responsibilities that we both have to take accountability on both sides. That responsibility has been removed, put in the blender, and sprinkled everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Now we get to pick and choose on what we want to be accountable for. No, the whole thing in totality of accountability. Like, you see what I'm saying? You have to take account for it. You have to have the ability to take account for it. You know what I mean? And you have that, and you prescribe that ability by standing 10 toes and firm on what you believe to be natural.
Right.
It's the universe the universe is telling us everything. And you can't spell universe without you and I versus all.
Yo, look, you see, hey, Keema, look, you see how he keep dropping all these, you see how he breaking all these words down and getting busy over here? Like, this is my brother. That's my brother, you heard? Like, that's my brother.
I'm just intrigued. I'm like, yes, I like it. Yes, because I'm agreeing. I'm in agreement.
You teaching, but when you teach that female, you pass it down, you break it down, and she developed and nurtured the ingredients for a set recipe. We provide the ingredients. Y'all nurture it for the recipe so it could be taken in and have such a delectable taste that we want come back for more and more and more. They don't want this. They don't want this narrative coming from you, sis. They don't want that. Oh,
I know, but I'm here to let me tell you, rest his soul, Kevin Samuels. I followed him because I've learned so much, not only about myself and how I navigate in relationships with men, just hearing a man perspective on a lot of things, life in itself. So the guy, I don't know if y'all follow him, but women hate that I say that. Women hate it, I say that. I don't care, but that's the problem. A lot of us lack the black man in the household, so a lot of stuff that we're being taught is taught on social media or from our friends or our mothers based on their past trauma and experiences, and a lot of it is lies. And I'll be here to speak on it. Yeah. And break that stigma, break that. We got to heal through that, because at the end of the day, we need men. We need men. Women talk, and then not for nothing, women think I could have a child without a man. Can you? How you do that? Because scientifically, but you need his sperm though.
You need something. We're gonna have an immaculate conception.
Like what the hell? I'm like, you don't need a man with the sperm.
All that was population control. All that's based on population control and to diminish the genders, like, you know, like for the species take. You know what I mean? Like we'll have a couple of past experiences and then we'll cut off the whole species. And cut the whole species off.
Right. It's like cops. Like it's hella bad cops, but it's a lot of good cops out there.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But listen, we'll keep on going the way we'll keep on going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we gotta get back and exit for the studio, like, again. And I want to extend my thank you for taking time out and joining us and giving us your perspective.
Thank you for having
me, that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So until next time, sis, we all gonna link up. You know what I mean?